what you're doing with this is just intentionally cutting your face open. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking to you about this little device here, which is either called a Derma roller or a Microneedling. I'm pretty sure they're exactly the same thing. To me they seem like it is, so yeah. Basically the reason I have started to use this is because if you watched me, it's probably like the start of this year, I think I had quite bad acne, and I have like my acne skincare video and everything, so you can see like before and afters on how bad that was and how I helped to clear it up. But once all the acne was cleared up, I was left with a lot of scarring. So basically there was no raised bumps on my skin, but it was all like really red. So when I put makeup on, it was fine. It didn't look like I had acne at all, but if I was wearing no makeup on, I just was not confident in my skin because it was just so scarred and so red. So I was quite lucky that I never ended up with like sort of like pit scarring. It was just all like I think it's called hyperpigmentation. So yeah, it was just basically lots of little red dots all over my skin. But thank God to this magic tool. This is what I like 100% put down to fixing my skin with. So let's jump into what this is all about. So basically I'll read you out the definition of microneedling or derma rolling, whatever you want to call it. So the micro injuries you create stimulates the body's natural wound healing process, resulting in cell turnover and increased collagen and elastin production. So basically because you're making all these little tiny cuts in your skin, your body's like natural reaction is to heal them, and by healing them is like I guess getting rid of all of the extra layers of skin and making them all new again. So that is, yeah, how all of the marks will go away. So basically the benefits of microneedling or derma rolling. God, I always like mix those up together. Anyways, so the benefits of this is, so obviously it improves scarring, which is the main benefit that I got, and that is by breaking down the old tissue in the skin. And then also the products you're using work better on your skin because they are going deeper down into the skin and like into those sort of like little incisions in your skin. So it basically means that all of the products you put on your skin are just working like 5,000 times better. And another awesome thing about it is it can be done anywhere on your body. So it's also really great for if you're suffering with stretch marks, and I believe cellulite to like a little bit of an extent. So I think if you do it on other parts of your skin, you can go deeper into the skin with the needles, so you just get longer needles on it. And then the last little benefit about this guy is it helps with aging, obviously, because it's in increasing your collagen production, and that is sort of like what your collagen and elastin production, so that is basically what makes your skin age when those sort of, are they hormones or something like that, start to decrease. So this guy here, I can't remember how deep it is. I will leave a link down below because I bought this one off eBay. It literally was so cheap. Yeah, but I can't remember how deep the needles are. I think I might have gone like 1 mil or 1.5 mil. I'm not too sure. But yeah, depending on how deep you go is, number one, increases the pain. So if you're doing this at home, often you can't go like super deep because you do need like painkillers to be able to bear the pain. So yeah, I think usually we'll go about 1 to 1.5 if you're doing this at home. But if you do go to a beautician or something like that, they can definitely go deeper because they can numb the skin a little bit for you. So you will get better results from that. But you know, I'm all about doing things like DIY and a cheaper way of doing things. So this definitely works. Amazing. It's worked for me like I've completely cleared my skin basically. Okay, so let's jump into how you actually do it. It's literally the simplest thing ever. So you just basically have to make sure this little roller is clean. So I just disinfect it with some like antiseptic and I don't know, fancy stuff like that, just to make sure there's no germs in it, because you are making cuts in your skin. Like you don't want germs to get in there because that's never good. So yeah, basically do that, and then you just like roll it all over your skin. So I usually in like the same area will go like up and down a few times and to the side a few times, and then maybe like diagonally, and your skin does get like quite red and inflamed. So it is recommended that you don't wear makeup or anything until 24 hours after you do it, and you can kind of feel in your skin, because one time I was like, that's stupid, I can wear makeup. So I put makeup on and it wasn't fun. It really hurt, and I could just like I guess because makeup's not really good for your skin, I could feel it like going deeper into my skin, and it was like, I was just like, this is not good. So yeah, never made that mistake again. I definitely wait 24 hours before I put any makeup on. Yeah, and you basically just do that all over your skin a few times until, I don't know, it's sort of like a feeling when you know, it's kind of like, oh yeah, okay, I've done all my skin and it feels like it's all done. I don't really know how to describe it, but anyways, all your face goes like super red, and yeah, because I think it's basically because you're making the little tiny cuts, the blood is rushing to it. My face has never bled because I don't think this size is deep enough to make it actually bleed, but it definitely can bleed if you go deep enough. What is that hair doing? Where is it coming from? So there is just a few things you need to avoid after you have done derma rolling. Yeah, so after you've done derma rolling, you can't really use any chemical exfoliants. I think because you've got all the cuts in your skin, you don't, and your skin's just trying to heal, you don't need to be taking extra layers of skin off on top of that, because that is what your skin is already naturally doing. So yeah, it's good to avoid chemical exfoliants, and also the sun, because your skin is quite sensitive at that point. Like, don't go in the sun at least 24 hours to 48 hours after, because you want to take care of your skin. You want to be a MILF, okay? So don't go in the sun, especially if you're not wearing sunscreen. You know what's so funny? I am like literally petrified of needles. Like, oh my god, you don't even want to hear my needle stories. But anyways, these are basically little tiny needles that you're like, yeah, intentionally cutting your skin open with. So I don't even know why I'm not scared of this. Maybe just because they're so small or something. But I want to know if any of you guys have fear of needles. It makes me not feel like a freaky little alien from another planet, because I am scared of needles. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below if any of you are scared of needles and like your needle stories, because I want to hear them. It says on this box here, so the depth of the needle is 1.5 millimeters. Smart one. I'll still leave the link to at least one of them, like a similar one, down below, because I did buy this a while ago, so this actual one might not be available, but they're all the same. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention was the frequency to do it. I haven't quite found a good frequency that works for me, because I've been traveling so much. I didn't take it with me traveling just because of like the sun and everything. I didn't want to go in the sun. I was like always in the sun every single day, so I couldn't really avoid it. But basically, I very first did it, I did it 2 weeks apart, so it would have been 6 weeks before I left, and then like another 2 weeks after that, so 4 weeks after I left. And when I was in like the first, yeah, about 2 weeks of my trip, was that I really saw a significant change in my skin. So it definitely does take 6 to 8 weeks before you'll notice that change, and I think that's just because of that's how often your skin will replenish itself. So basically after that 6 to 8 weeks, you have like completely new skin. Put in very basic terms. I'm sure it's much more complicated to that, but that is my simple little brain's way of understanding. Anyways guys, I think that's all I have to say for this video. If you've got any other questions, make sure to leave them down below, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I will speak to you in my next video. I love you all so much. Bye!